gents. Hello. Probably might some guys, but that's high. We're gonna just take a quick look at our recruiting board before we hit up Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. We got an excellent recruiting class already. 8 5-stars, by far most in the nation, with 17 4-stars, along with the most recruits in a class in the country. So we're off to a hot start. By far the best class in the country. I don't even think I'll have to take any transfers. And we're still recruiting a few more guys. So let me go here to team needs, right? We have 8 seniors, 13 juniors, and 22 sophomores. Let's just say half of them in each class go, so that's all 8 plus 7 plus 11. I mean, that's 26 guys right there. So yeah, we need a solid sized class. Not much else to do in recruiting. There's no point. But of course, we'll play the Tennessee Volunteers in Neyland Stadium. Where the All Blacks. Of course, gotta run it back with the sauce. Let's see how this game goes.
Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football, and home to the Tennessee Volunteers in this crowd.
I've been with Stadium. Was out there in October, I believe, when A&M took on Tennessee. We lost, by the way. It was a really good game, though. We should have won.
Taking on another team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollard and Jesse
defense did their part.
Guys, let's get this thing started.
Yeah, so the media or the cheerleaders are not supposed to be right there.
Texas
But
A&M about to boot it away to start this game.
Let's kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Lenora Sellers transferred to Tennessee. Interesting.
Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a
Old
quarterback.
SEC East Coast.
Defenses on their heels all the time,
David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience.
They just got popped against Miles Davis. He's about to be a true freshman in College Station. Our 2 4-star safeties on Jordan Pride. Both of them are my starting safeties right now.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after
Miles
the
Davis
solid
tackle.
The Volunteers racing to the line.
They're going with some hurry-up action.
From the gun, the running back looking for
Peyton Lewis, I believe. No, that's not Lewis. Eli Harbor. That is a recruit.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
Throwing numbers in the box here. For that exact reason. But they still get the first. Oh, no first down. 4th and inches. All right. All right.
He's going to be a touch short. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Not able to get a return there. Maybe could have got on the edge. I'm not sure. But
so the Texas A&M Aggies offense will go to work for the first time. As dynamic as
top
this guy
receiver
is on the outside, Jesse,
on the season.
He's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Will it be on the road, tough environment? Let's hit him with an easy completion here, or at least what should be an easy completion. Yep.
Make them know
Take the yards.
going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice
Money.
about catching that football.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
And with RPO there, slot corner stayed with his man, so it's easy yards. All you gotta do in these RPOs, make one read and make it the right one. You mess up, could be catastrophic. Easy way to rack up interceptions. So we see here, right, just like taking some on my mind. Our read there is triangle. That slot receiver on the left, he's running a hitch. He's getting pressed off the line, though if that corner blitzes or backs off, we can hit him for a few easy yards. See, he came over and looked like a zone. Yep, Tampa 2. So he came over inside and then gave that guy space. I was able to hit him for some easy yards. Alright, so this one isn't much of a read unless that slot corner over by right bumper is able to get off his block, but he blitzes, which makes this easy. Hit a spin move, stiff arm, make a couple guys miss, easy yardage. Look, RPOs are so dangerous if you have the right ones in your playbook and if you know how to make the reads. It doesn't matter what plays you run if you don't make the right reads. They're giving us favorable numbers in the box. I didn't follow my block there because I had someone trailing the backside, but able to pick up a few. I can't audible in this. You see that toughness rank up there at 7 for this stadium. But I do have my running back wide open up the seam, and that's a touchdown. We score first. As you can see here in Neyland, it's a checkerboard game for them. When I went up there, it was also their checkerboard game where, as you can see, the entire stadium was checkered out in white and orange. Love the stadium, love the environment. I mean, it was a little disappointing at first, Neyland Stadium, because I mean we were winning and we had all the momentum for much of the first half, but then eventually, right, once they started to not only put points up on the board but actually generate stops, it started with a punt return for a touchdown. That's when Neyland got loud, the environment lived up to its reputation, and that's when I realized, crap, this really is one of the premier venues in all of college football. At first, yeah, it just wasn't looking up to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield,
there. Miles Davis and Virgil Poe coming in to make the tackle.
Getting a first down.
We're going to put up numbers in the box, make them think that we're blitzing. Just disguise our coverage a little bit. They still took it in with a run and gained a first down. A lot of yards there. Not what we want. Throw a base cover 2 look here.
Physical. It's just kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical.
There we go. Good stop in the backfield. Solomon Williams. We nabbed him out of the state of Florida this past cycle after Mike Oakley was hired. Very solid kid. And they are just going to pound the rock even more. I'm suspecting that they throw it here. So we're going to run some cover 3 sky.
Scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Pressure coming.
Oh, we were there, but was tracking back because if that throw were on target, if I didn't track back, that might be a touchdown. And he sneaks it in there. Jeez. Good kick by that guy. Also, I will say, Rocky Top, it's one of the best songs, fight songs in college football. Just listen. Oh, it ended a little early, but especially when the entire crowd starts belting it, top of their lungs, it goes crazy.
We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know. Thanks for the update on that one.
All right, we see that corner's pressing again, and wow, he got the block out there, but if he got out, it could have been easily a technical loss. So decided to take the give. I would have auto out of this normally, but I can't given the stadium toughness, how loud it is. Roll with the stick and nod. Hit him with a pump fake here, Jaden Platt. It looks like they're going to roll into a cover 3. Oh, we have a wide receiver deep, though. Tyler Whitted, and we overthrow him. He beat his man in what was a cover 4 look. So we're going to punt this. 4th and 10 on the road. Not a good idea to go for it, especially this early in the game. Just punt it. Make a tackle. Easy money.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed.
More Sellers keeps it. He's no match for my guys.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Running 2. For another read option. Oh my, and he breaks a tackle there. He got quite a few more yards than I would have liked.
Defense showing blitz here. On 3rd and short.
And we stop him short again. Another 4th and inches call, but that's going to be the end of the quarter, I assume. I don't think they'll snap it. Maybe they go for it here. Not sure.
Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period.
They just haven't done anything in the air yet. Granted, it's not like we've done much on the ground, though.
The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the
I sat right underneath the S up there. Vols. Actually, it may have been more of the L, but
catch is made at the 15.
We'll flip this field.
Delivers the contact. He gets a block.
Yeah. Sit down, boy.
Untouched
earth there. Alright, a primary read. Gonna be triangle. Corner's out there, but we can look at circle there, and the corner is off. However, that slot guy might be dropping into that zone, which he does, but the tight end takes that space, and he's still just not able to hold on to it. I see press coverage on the outside, so it looks like it's going to be a cover 2 look, but we have Mama on the left side. Yes, that's his last name. Running a little zig route, and he gets space in the flats and zone coverage. It's a cover 3 match. So they're disguising their looks as well. We can't just assume whatever they line up in is what they're going to be running. They are in a cover 4 look right now, and we get sacked. Didn't have my tight end open as fast as I would have liked. And Jordan Ross gets us, a quick swat and swims the inside of our left tackle. That'll do it. 4th and 14, again, on the road early. 4th and long. Not a good time or place. Should have put backspin on that. Not a good time or place to go for it. And they'll get the ball back on their own 20.
They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David. Only able to muster.
Get a tackle there, Peyton Lewis. He's one of the fastest players in the game as a true freshman. Granted, he's probably, he's a senior in this dynasty. That's how much time I've poured into this. I've already spent over 100 hours in this game. And another tackle there for LC Naylor, one of my former recruits.
Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
We can go cover 3 because they got. Oh, that's cover 2. That's all right. We'll see. I'm expecting him to try to take off with this. Oh, and that's an interception for the transfer linebacker Harney. Got him from Oklahoma State in the offseason. After he tipped it, so it looks like cover 2 was the right move there. As he was the mic dropping back into that deeper central zone, Justin Harney tips it and picks it. Oh, and we almost made the same exact mistake against cover 2, but Juan Gallegos on a rope to Tony Mama, and he's too fast. He splits the safeties and the linebacker for a touchdown. Honestly, incredible throw. I was bailed out there by the ratings of my players because that was a bad choice with that linebacker drop. That should have been a pick. If he was led to the inside anymore, it's a pick. If it's behind him anymore, it's a pick. Pick City. That's what that should have been. But what can I say? I recruit too well.
After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
Another tackle there for LC Naylor.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
We went for a hit stick tackle and missed. I've learned that you got to either have the hit stick ability, I believe it's called hammer, or you need to have the perfect angle. Otherwise, conservative tackling is what you got to do. It's not like this last Madden where you can just hit stick all we want. We've been on the play action, but still able to disrupt that throw from Sellers. We're going to use our Justin Harney here because he has that central zone. There's another read option. LC Naylor, bad angle. Another bad angle for me with Des Ricks. They get a first down as a result. Still getting used to the right angles here, especially with these faster quarterbacks. It's hard to anticipate. Bringing the heat. And that's a dot. What a throw. He toasted Des Ricks. Who is that?
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to
that was just a dime.
Keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it away.
Short kick.
From inside his own 15,
I don't know why I spun there, honestly. I shouldn't have done that. See if we can hit him with a trick play. Oh, they're all up, so either they're in man coverage and they may not bite, but they are blitzing, and we let go of it to Jaden. No, that's Proctor, not Jaden Platt. And he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown off of the trick play. My guy, Carl Proctor, 77 yards to the house off of the double reverse flea flicker.
Just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense.
We respond quickly against Tennessee after their long touchdown throw.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown.
If any of y'all are in here in the comments, let me know. Have you ever been to a college game before? If so, what's the coolest or best environment you've ever been at? Even if it's just one game, what game do you go to? I want to know.
Down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Flag.
Guys you just didn't want to
that early.
I mean,
Is it
guys
holding?
that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams
Second and 20.
Best squads.
Let's bring the heat. First and 20, my bad.
Accepts that they will take the penalty. The give from the gun.
Yes, sir. Only 1 yard there. We'll take it.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that.
And a little bit of pressure works out. Good stunt there. Of course, yeah, we're going to drop back at this point.
End in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game.
No need to do anything stupid. They're running the screen, and it's incomplete due to the pressure in his face.
You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Oh, our gunners did not block theirs. Oh, and we're going to be able to cut it back. That's a touchdown. I have no clue what that lineman over there was doing. Grant for real, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we weren't even that far off. That's the crazy thing. I mean, you know, we were both there. I think it was Evan Stewart who was wide open on the near sideline. Dude, yeah. They were the one who just did that to us. Such a shame. Special teams, not having a special teams coordinator killed us this past year. So I'm glad that we have the bare minimum, right? The expectation of having a special teams coach is the bare minimum. And I'm glad that we're fulfilling that. Fine.
That's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We've made our way to
Not to mention, we should have won that game. Max Johnson can hit a couple deep throws, and our offensive line can play competent ball. Oh, yes, it's a pick. Let's go, Sal Bias. Off another pick off the tip. Oh, yeah, man, look, we should have won, and if we did, if we silenced Neyland, that would have been crazy. We were so close. We had him pretty quiet at the beginning, but, man, what could have been, you know? What could have been? Oh, accidentally ran out of bounds. Thought I'd be a little more responsive to that side. See, that's also a game that changes a lot if you win it. Because, I mean, suddenly Jimbo not only wins a road game, I mean, yeah, I was just saying, like, he very well could be. Because the thing is, I'm pretty sure we didn't win a single game on the road this season. And I want to say they were a ranked team at the time. So instead of being winless on the road and not beating like a single ranked team this season, Jimbo actually gets like a really solid win. I don't know if it would have saved his job. I think it honestly could be. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Freshman University of Missouri. Yeah, that's nuts. And I think that win, honestly, given how surprised I was that he was fired when he was, I think he'd still be our coach. I think he would. I don't know if it would be justified, but I think he still would be. I mean, it was winnable. You also look at Ole Miss, winnable. Alabama. If a couple things had gone our way, winnable. I mean, again, Max Johnson had a Nye Smith wide open downfield for what would have been a touchdown, and he underthrew him. Yeah, no, if you get one or maybe even two of those games back, Jimbo's probably still our head coach. Now, do I like Coach Elko? Do I prefer him over Jimbo? Probably. I mean, I know I like him, but I probably prefer him over Jimbo at this point. But I mean, the continuity would have helped, especially with Texas coming into the SEC. Jimbo would have had his guys ready. We competed with every big team we played against last year. Jimbo also beat Bama at home. So, look, say what we want about him. Got his guys ready for big games, especially at home.
He's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football.
Good EBU Ricks.
That guy down, prevent him from scoring
going for it. They're desperate.
The
yeah, I wonder though, you know, if we beat Tennessee that day, how different would things have been? Oh, so we're not getting that witness.
Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Okay, we got the audible off. We're ahead by enough.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield.
Jaden Clapp, my boy.
He almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
There we go.
A few seconds remaining here as they try to put
Rolling
something
cover
up
3.
before
Oh,
halftime.
snap.
And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, man.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors.
And that LSU game was under some of the worst conditions you could ask. You know, this is obviously not a knock on Jay and Henderson. But, like, I mean, when you're the third-string quarterback, your first year at a new place after transferring, and you got to go into Death Valley, it's tough. Especially without a head coach. You got an interim in Elijah Robinson. The circumstances around that game were really tough. And Miami, I mean, that was just piss poor defense. I mean, we put up points, right? But it was just defense and special teams that got the better of us, you know? So, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, you look at all those games, and my goodness, like,
you can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving it.
There's so many individual moments from each game where it's like, you know, if that goes slightly differently, you could be looking at us as, you know, like a top 25 team, right? An 8-win team this season or something. Like, threw it behind. That's a pick. Every single time. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that we don't have going for us is the immense amount of roster turnover. You know? That's where continuity helps, right? If we return the same team from last year, I think that some of those spreads would be a lot smaller than some of the bigger teams, especially at home. Problem is, with all that roster turnover, we just can't really say, oh, look what we did last year. Like, we're going to build off of that, because we just don't know what we have right now. We could take a small step back in certain areas, or kind of, our growth may be stunted a little bit, right? But it's also possible that Elko and his guys develop far better than Jimbo did, and we actually see more improvement year to year than we saw with Jimbo. So you can make the argument go both ways. I'm intrigued though, because we have so many good games. You win a couple, could be looking at a playoff spot. Now it's a big if, but it certainly could happen. It's going to have bumper open, deep downfield, that cover 4 look. Line up cover 4 again. See if they switch into anything. We had a guy in the face.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Coming after it.
We were going to have triangle deep. Offensive line.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
Arizona. Ref, he hit my kicker. Bro, that's a flag on me every single time. Sorry. Okay, Arizona, I think they get 8 or 9 wins still. I mean, you retain Takario Davis, Tetro McMillan, Noah Fafita, right? One of the best corners, quarterbacks, and wide receivers in the country. You add Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt from New Mexico State, I believe, and he was a very productive back this past year on a New Mexico State team that went 10-5. I'm not a big fan of Brent Brennan, the new head coach. He wasn't remarkable in any sense at San Jose State. I mean, his best year was COVID year, I believe, when they won the Mountain West, I think, or at least their division. But I mean, aside from that, in any normal season, Brent Brennan just wasn't... See, that's a flag on me. He did the same exact thing to me, bro. How is that not a flag on them? They did it right when I punted. Man. Anyways. Hey, Tristan, I'm in year 4 of this dynasty. Yeah, Brent Brennan, not my cup of tea. So I don't think they'll be Big 12 contenders per se, but they'll be one of the better teams in the Big 12. I think if you're looking for 4 teams who could legitimately win the Big 12, I would say Kansas with a healthy Jalen Daniels and Devin Neal, Kansas State with Avery Johnson, DJ Giddens, and Dylan Edwards, Oklahoma State with with Ollie Gordon, Alan Bowman, entire offensive line coming back, Nick Morton on defense, Utah with a healthy Cam Rising, and who was the other team? No, yeah, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Utah. And I think if there's a 5th team, sure, you can throw out Arizona there. But also watch out for West Virginia and UCF. Those are 2 very solid teams. I don't think they'll be competing for a conference championship this year, but they could certainly play spoiler for some of those teams I just mentioned. I think that Arizona's going to be an easier rebuild than Washington, because I don't know if it really is a true rebuild compared to Washington, which really is, given all that they lost. Now, I think Fish is going to do extremely well out there at Washington, but I just don't believe in Brent Brennan.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to
Let's see. 1 second.
They'll run the RPO and fire
easy yardage. I gotta open the comments here so I can on my phone so I can see the full message. My record in year 1. Year 1, I believe I was. I can check that for sure after this game, but I believe I was 12-3. I believe I was 12-3. Yeah, lost in round 1 of the playoffs against West Virginia. I'm gonna check though after this game. Wasn't fast enough to get out of there, man. Got 95 speed with this guy. That was a risky throw. It's okay, we're up big. Just haven't scored this half yet. Yeah, I believe I was 12-3. Lost in the conference championship. So it's also possible I was 11-4. But I want to say I played 15 games. Now, I've won the last 2 last 3 national championships. So that tells you anything. Although last year I did lose a game. I lost to Georgia in the SEC championship. Beat them again in the playoffs, though. Come on, get them. Yep. I'm looking forward to the new look Big 12, though. I will say this year, I like the Big 12, especially with their new additions. I think they'll be a really underrated conference, and I think they'll have 2 teams in the playoffs this year. Obviously, their champion's going to be in it, but I do think that we could see the runner-up in there as well. I have Oklahoma State and Kansas State being the 2 teams. I know, like no Utah. Might be kind of a surprise, but yeah, I got Oklahoma State winning the whole thing, but I do think Kansas State beat them in the regular season. I don't know, man. Oklahoma State's one of the most experienced teams in the country, returning, I believe it's 20 starters.
One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have,
so,
David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
Yeah, Tristan, I mean, with the roster, like, you totally could. And I did mess with the schedule. Like, I scheduled harder teams. Like, I scheduled Michigan. I lost to them, right? Like, I scheduled harder teams just because I enjoy that challenge of, like, playing difficult teams. I didn't want to play, you know, New Mexico State. I want to play at some of the tougher environments because, you know, I want to see how they look in game. I want to, like, you know, experience what makes that environment so special, which is why I'm loving playing here at Neyland. But, yeah, I mean, Connor Wigman, a dog. Ruben Owens, for me, developed really nicely from year 1 to year 2. Went up from 94 to 98 speed. And then, I mean, he became a second-round pick. Had an incredible year for me in year 2. Oh, that's Dot. Yeah, 10 wins. Dude, go out there and do it. I'm on All-American difficulty. Sometimes I have games like this where I'm ahead by a ton, and other games I'm in a dogfight or even lose. So All-American, I feel like, is a good difficulty. Oh, also Donovan Green, man. He's incredible. Great tight end. So he's very fun to use because he's fast. In man coverage, like, he's generally going to win. So, yeah, bro. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I've really enjoyed it. Recruiting is good because here's the thing, right? There's a couple of those school grades that matter in recruiting that you can't change. It's like, it's determined by EA and it's static. You can't do anything in your Dynasty to change it, right? And that's academics and then, like, campus lifestyle. And both of them we have, like, A's in. So, which deservedly so for both. And it's kind of nice because, like, you can get your recruiting grades for all these different pitches up really high by playing well. You could be a very complete school and be a force in recruiting. I mean, I showed my recruiting class at the beginning of the video. I think it's like 17 4-stars, and I have 8 5-stars. So I got a pretty loaded class. And, yeah, year 4, I mean, it's easy, man. It's a lot of fun.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I gotta start being aggressive.
Look at that hard cut. Harrison Pilot. Michael Harrison Pilot's my running back right now. He's a transfer I took in from Texas Tech. He began his career a couple of years ago in real life as a 4-star athlete committed to the University of Houston. Was slated to play wide receiver for him. He's wide open. Please catch that. Dot. Oh, he's out of bounds. I'm gonna look at that. And he then transferred to Texas Tech, where they've had him at safety. So he entered the portal as a safety transfer. I knew that he had played wide receiver at Houston, so I moved him running back, and he's developed there. He's 92 rated now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's clearly out of bounds. Okay, they got that call right. Sometimes I've been able to overturn quite a few big calls in this game, which I've never been able to do in Madden, so... They brought pressure on a pretty empty box. See if we can get them there with the play where we toast them. With the route combination, at least. No such luck. Good job taking the soft spot in the zone. We'll take it. We should be able to call audibles now that they've kind of calmed down the crowd. They know they're going to lose. We have them over the middle touchdown. They blitzed, so they were in man. That slant's going to be a man beater. Just like a quarterback in the NFL and college. Read the defense. What do you see pre-snap? They were in a cover 4 look. confirm it post-snap. They were, in fact, not running cover 4. They were in cover 0 blitz. What a fridge. Bro, you keep spelling my name wrong. But what's up? I also don't really care that you spell my name wrong. I'm just messing with you. Just pulling your leg. That's pick 6 to the house. Sal Bias. Yeah, Lenore Seller's been having a rough day today.
The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
So, like, if you're Tennessee's quarterback, you're Lenore Sellers, right? We're either in a cover 1 or cover 3, right? We're in single high, and you see man coverage. Oh, wow. Okay, good choice to cut that short. I think that ball. And then you recognize, oh, they're not dropping in the zones. They're shadowing each guy. Because right now, it looks we're in a man alignment. It looks like cover 2 man, but then we drop into zones. So make your read pre-snap, make a read post-snap. Know who you want to go to in certain situations. And he's wide open because we had our cover 4 safety come up for a different short route, leaving that part of the field wide open. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. But we're killing Tennessee. Let Rocky Top play. Honestly, a dynasty with Tennessee might be fun.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line. And
Georgia unranked is crazy.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again.
So it looks like they're in like a cover 1, cover 3 look.
Yeah, how nice
single high.
Defense on their heels, because at this point they don't know what's coming.
They got a guy lined up across from each of our guys. So it looks like it's a man.
Defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they
get the first down.
This offense a little bit more.
Let's go with a passing play just so we can try to diagnose. Okay, so they're in a very weird alignment, but what you see is both the safeties and the outside corners are off, which means it's a cover 4 look, where the 2 linebackers in the middle and the slot corner on the right are going to drop into shallow zones. Now, let's see if we can confirm that post-snap, although I'm going to have my tight end run a short route, because that's going to take advantage of cover 4. They do drop it because we confirm post-snap. We see those outside corners both drop into deep quarter zones, and both the safeties drop into deep quarter zones in the middle, and those 3 guys who I highlighted before the snap all dropped into short zones. So it was indeed cover 4. That's just what you want to do, right? And I knew, based off of the look they were giving me, that if they were in cover 4, that tight end would be open for some short yardage. So now, it looks like they're in a cover 1 or a cover 3, right? Again, they can disguise them. They can disguise themselves, but that's the look right now. We're not really going to care, and we're going to run this RPO to try to hit the tight end in the flats, which that backer didn't get dropped. They're blocked. He came up right away, so they were probably in man coverage. 2nd and 10, we're just going to try to get some chunk yards right here. 4 yards, I'll take it.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to hit the ball.
And so right now, right in the empty set, you don't have a linebacker shaded over towards the quarterback. If anyone, it's going to be that guy covering X with that hot symbol above him. But right there, right, that would have been a cover 2 man because of the too high safety look. This looks like they might rotate into cover 3 because one of that far corner to the field is giving more cushion than the boundary corner. But we're just going to run it, try to run out the clock, and get our 6 yards for first down.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
One more first down after letting the clock run some, and we should be able just to kneel this one out. So they're pressing most of their guys, so it looks like it's a cover 2 man. It might be, but they could be dropping into cover 3. The thing that's kind of tipping me off is the backer guarding the tight end X in the slot on the right side is giving him some cushion. Now, I don't know why you'd necessarily press a tight end, so maybe it is cover 2-man, but
they'll run it out of the shotgun.
We're just gonna down the rock here. And now we'll look at the play. It was man coverage. It was not cover 2 though. It was a cover 0 splits where they double wide receiver 1. That's quite interesting. I don't think that's in man. Double team man coverage. All right, so looks like they might be doing the same exact thing here, but we have a read option. We're reading that guy in the slot. He reads the quarterback. We don't really care though. We're just gonna run out the clock. So.
That guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. The play is going absolutely nowhere. You might think about it.
First, do no harm.
Loaded box. They have numbers advantage on the line of scrimmage, so pulling a guard probably isn't smart. We're just going to toss this over the head. Shipley should be open with a fade, and he is. Wish that was a little bit of a better throw, more to the outside. That way he could have avoided that safety as a whole, but that's what you want to do there. They were in a man alignment pressing, but in a cover 2 invert where one of the safeties has to kind of roll over. That play, yeah, he's wide open. He's wide open.
And that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's game. I mean, we're just going to like stat pad a little bit here and see if we can get a touchdown.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone.
We can't. So, that's
all
right. Going by so much, don't really care too much about that. Only 1 interception today for Juan Gallegos. 2, my bad, 2. For 5 touchdowns. Solid stuff. But Tristan, I'm gonna find my record my first year for you. Coach should be in coach contracts. So year 1. Oh, I was 10-4. Okay, 10-4. Wow. I don't know. Oh, that's right. I did only play 14 games. Yeah, 12 plus the SEC championship. And then lost in round 1 of the playoffs. Yes. My coach's name is D's Nuts. We're 11-0 though in year 4. I don't need to finish recruiting because class is already insane. Might have to cut some people still. We're so far ahead of some of those guys. Kind of fun. LSU. Let's take it to one more game for the stream. Alright. Gotta run it up with my sauce. LSU. Okay, whatever. LSU, I don't care. We get experience Kyle Field. Also, if any of you saw how the detail of how good Smokey looked, Smokey being Tennessee's dog mascot. And even if you play against Washington, you'll see their Husky mascot looks incredible. And then when you see Reveille here, something about Reveille just looks wrong. It looks like a dog straight out of Roblox. Like, I just wish that they made Reveille look better. It's kind of scary, low-key. They got our yells wrong. Didn't get much right for us. That's alright though.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out.
Dude, I know, right? I thought it couldn't get much worse from NCAA 14, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's worse, but it's definitely not great.
These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason.
We got the speed though. Get the edge. Dude, I know. I don't know what the computer was thinking here, but I was just like, fine. Do your thing, man. Oh, yeah, man, I still gotta work on my pocket presence. Oh, they're pressing our guys. We got so much speed out there that if anyone beats it, touchdown. Don't press me, boy.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Here, seeing a team like LSU 5-6. Love that IRL though.
He'll bring it out.
Yeah, well, we whiffed on that hit stick attempt. Michigan State being ranked 10 and Penn State being unranked is kind of crazy.
And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David. I mean,
oh man, they got a quarterback number 21. That ain't a real player. I just blame this stupid game for not letting you change numbers.
You sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed.
I know Sam Horn at Missouri wears number 21. He wore it in high school too. He was Travis Hunter's high school quarterback. I know Devin Brown wears number 33 at Ohio State. You get his reasoning, but it wasn't just face.
You know it well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much.
Oh, Caden Durham. Terrible angles by me. Jeez. Yeah, so I haven't fired a coordinator on this dynasty, but I just fired a defensive coordinator on another save just because I didn't like his tree, his archetype and whatnot. He didn't have many points in recruiting, which for me I was tired of scouting for so long.
Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he's going to bring it out. Running through contact. He only needs a slip.
Yeah, Tony going crazy, but yeah, no, I fired a coordinator because I didn't like his tree, and I was at like a 2-star school, so it's not like I had great options. But I mean, I was able to find guys with some nice archetypes, good points, higher level than the coaches I had. I didn't get my first choice just because I was a smaller school, so you kind of got to deal with that. But I still ended up getting an upgraded coach or a DC, so. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you can fire him starting in the postseason, but the coaches won't change until after the national championship. So it's not like you'll be left without a coach at any point. It's just like, okay, you fire him and you can begin to look for a replacement, but you'll still have your old coach until the season's over, which I guess is a good move. That way you're not left coachless for a few weeks this season. Yeah, no, if you don't like their pipeline or their skill tree, yeah, no, for sure, I would say fire. You'll definitely have a lot better options available to you, whether they're just coaches who don't have a job, so they're just generated, or if it's a coach, head coach, or a former coordinator at a different school. You know what I mean? So you get good options. I want to say the OC I hired, not saved. I ended up firing both coordinators. OC I hired. He was a former head coach, so if you're able to get a former head coach there, generally they're a little higher in level. Not to mention they can tend to have a more diverse skill tree. He has the archetype, which in my opinion is one of the better trees in the game. Even though I haven't even unlocked in this one, I'm kind of just experimenting with all the different archetypes in this. But yeah, man, I would say it's worth it. I mean, if you have a guy who really provides no benefit to you, even if you get someone who's lower level, doesn't have as many abilities unlocks, still get them because, like, if they're investing in the better trees and if they have a better pipeline, like, I say that's much more important. So, yeah, man, I think it's an investment that's worth it. Bring down Caden Durham, the running back from, I believe, Duncanville. Oh, it's Eli Holstein. For any of you who don't know, Eli Holstein is a quarterback at Alabama right now who used to be an A&M commit.
Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Hey, if you're going to go for it,
all right, first read. They're not giving too much cushion on the outside, so first read is going to be that slot corner over by triangle. We could have given it to him. He gave us some space, but I just want to take the easy arc right there and not risk him breaking the ball. They're in press coverage. We're still just going to take this inside gap for a few yards. Yeah, we'll go with this RPO. So we're going to look for the triangle, the tight end, the flats. We have them. Problem is, our wide receiver didn't block. I'm going for it here. 4th and 3. I like this. We might have Tony Mama wide open over the middle. We do. Alright. So they're pressing all of our receivers, so they're going to have to really back off in order for us to throw this. They don't, so we're just going to cut it back in open space for first down. Alright, strike seam. We're going to send that outside receiver on. It looks like they're in cover 3. We're going to set him on a fly to hold that corner in the deep third. We're going to send the slot receiver on a corner to attack that vacant zone, and we're going to send Harrison Pilot on a streak from the backfield just in case if they're in man, which they are, and that juke gets them a couple extra yards. So you see how I accounted for whether it was cover 3 or cover 1, right? If it's cover 3 zone, that corner route's going to be open because that streak on the left side of the field with the outside receiver is going to take that corner with him, vacating that area of the field. If it's cover 1, right, which is man with a single high safety in zone, he's going to have to trail, be accountable for both sides of the field where there's a streak. But that means that my running back, also on a streak from the backfield, is going to have a one-on-one matchup with a linebacker who he's going to be able to outrun, and he's going to have space upfield where I can lead him because the safety is being occupied by other deep routes. No matter what it was, I was going to have a guy open. So that's how you want to do it. I made the read pre-snap. It was cover 3 look. Cover 3 or cover 1. Post-snap, confirmed it was indeed cover 1 because they were in man coverage. And easy little juke move for a touchdown there. Steve Shepley.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive.
And everybody wants to go for it on 4th down.
I'm excited though for a guy like Des Ricks. I mean, he holds the single season record for interceptions in this Dynasty save with 16 last year. He also had 4 international title runs, so 4 playoff games. He had 4 pick sixes. It looks like they're in cover 2 man. We're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to send the tight end on a streak to hold that safety, because then the other safety's going to have to account for it. Streak downfield. And we just have that corner route wide open. Because they rotated, it looks like, into a cover 1, which they did, yeah. Cover 1 robber. So, because they rotated into cover 1, that left only a single high safety, leaving the outsides of the fields wide open if they beat their man, which, my corner route did. my fly on the left-hand side had trouble beating the press. So, I mean, it was, you know, you just have to be able to know where you want to go, depending on what the defense gives you, and then read, throw it, and make, right? Simplify it. You don't need to read the entire field, right? If you can make it one side, you're going to simplify things a lot. I wasn't even looking at the right side. I know I sent the tight end on a streak there, but I sent him on a streak to hold a safety in the cover 2 look, right? And it also helped because it held the safety in the cover 1 look, right? He couldn't just shade over to the only side that had a guy get beat. So, oh, what a Jew. Yeah, like, I wasn't going to throw to the corner on that route, on that side of the field. I wasn't going to throw to the tight end on that side of the field. It was the streak, the corner, or the streak from the running back out the backfield all the way. Just got to be able to make the reads and know what you want to do, given what the defense gives you. Do that. You can call it metagaming, whatever you want. Cheating. It's not cheating. It's football. Come on, guys. This is what quarterbacks do in real life. Like, reading the field. For them, it's basic stuff. It's just, I'm not here just to play, you know, a college football video game. I want to play football, you know. That was a good job by them. That motion, changing formations, opened up the box for them. It sent one of my 2 linebackers who was lined up in the box out wide, giving them favorable numbers in the running game.
The stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard.
See, I'm excited for Colin Klein because as a quarterback, he knows, you know, he doesn't just know X's and O's. Like, he knows what it's like to be out there and how to work with quarterbacks. And I think that he's gonna be a big help for Connor Wigman in his development because, I mean, look, Wigman's draft eligible. He can dart after this year. And, you know, we want the best for him as an Aggie. Of course, we'd like him back for a 4th year, but let's be honest, right? If he's draft eligible, he should go. We got talented quarterbacks in that quarterback room to fill in. We got the addition of Hussein Longstreet coming in. Oh, nice pick. About to be a 5-star out in California. Why do they keep giving me this play? Just keep running the same route concept. You know, it looks like it's cover 4. Safety can safety. It is indeed cover 4. It's got jumbled up in there. Yeah, I mean, he should help with his development, his play. And I'm really excited because he's going to understand from a safety game. He's going to understand from the player's perspective. You know, like playing at the highest level possible. Colin Klein was a Heisman finalist alongside Johnny Manziel. Carried Kansas State for a couple years. So we have one of the best college quarterbacks in the last 15 years coaching our quarterback, our former 5-star. So I have a lot of hope for him. I know on the podcast soon, Brady and I are going to be doing a deep dive on the Kansas State offense. Soon we're going to be publishing an episode where we do a film study and deep dive on Coach Elko's defense at Duke, looking at their win at home last season against a ranked Clemson team, where they just played stifling defense. It was great. I mean, you have NFL talent on that Clemson offense, including Will Shipley, who was drafted by my Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, man, like, I'm excited for Colin Klein. He brings so much and schematically to an offense that we just did not have last year. So I'm really pumped for that. They're going to get me for pass endurance.
Listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare them.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Also, I'm making plans right now for September 14th. September 14th, we play Florida in Gainesville. But that's not the kind of plans I'm making right now. Right now, I'm trying to make plans to head out to Huntsville for Sam Houston State's game on the 14th of September. Why, you may ask? Well, the Bearcats play host to the University of Hawaii. And I have a University of Hawaii jersey. I've been to campus multiple times. I've been at their stadium even more. But I've never been to an actual game because I've never been out in Hawaii during the football season. So I'm excited for the ability not just to see Hawaii play, but to see Hawaii play an hour away from where I live in my home state, right? So it should be a blast. Sam Houston State, honestly, will probably win. But, I mean, if I get a chance to see Hawaii, heck yeah. I'll just be able to watch most of the game against Florida at home, and then whatever I miss, I can, well, I won't be missing it. Whatever I'm not at home for, I'll just be watching on TV. So I'm really excited for that day because we're going to see what we can do for some media passes. Just try to be there. But if we can't, you know, it's all right. Because we will be out there and just interview like any Hawaii fans we see. Be like, yo, all right, we'll bring you out here to Texas, Tejas. And yes, that's Isaiah Williams there, right? Number 0. Taking that number from Anais Smith. Was also drafted by my Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, they look like they're in a cover 4 look. We'll send you deep. And then you run into the flats. Just need some quick yards.
They keep attacking through the air.
And give me a good look downfield.
And not much doing.
-6 rushing yards, that's crazy. Let's scramble here and pick something up. Actually, nope, we got them toasted. And we overthrew them. Great. So, 4th and 8. I'm feeling kind of ballsy. Let's go for it. Oh, they're pressing over here, so it looks like they might rotate into a cover 3. And that's a pick. Yeah, that was a bad throw. Threw it too late. If I wanted to hit the seam, I'd have been earlier. See, and they confirmed what I saw pre-snap, right? But you see how I was just a second too late. If I throw that earlier, right, I'm going to hit that seam in a soft spot in the zone in the cover 3, right? He's going to split the deep safety in the deep corner. The problem is, it took me too long to recognize and diagnose what they were actually running, which made all the difference as whenever I threw it, right, the safety was able just to break on the ball for an easy interception, and then he returns it for 6. So that is the difference between a first down on 4th and 8 and a pick 6 is a second of recognition. Had him deep, good route, Cantrell.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Going back to the well,
he's open because that safety was held by another streak, and he breaks the tackle for 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive.
I mean, I love the tactical side of football. It's probably one of my more favorite parts of it, recruiting and scheming. That's why I'm such a big Colin Klein fan. His scheme at Kansas State is what made their offense one of the best in the country and one of the best in the Big 12. It wasn't the players. They don't got no 5 stars, although they did just get a commitment from a 5-star tight end, ironically, after he left. But Lincoln Cure was his name. He was also considering us. But he got it with scheme. He didn't have 5-star players. He didn't have 5-star transfers. He had a 5-star scheme. And that is what made the difference. 5-star development, quite frankly. I mean, you got Ben Sinnott, their leading receiver as a tight end, got drafted in, I think, the 2nd round and was the second tight end taken off the board. only behind Brock Bowers, who is a generational tight end. So, I mean, yeah, Colin Klein schemes guys open, and he actually incorporates, you know, difficult and new concepts in the running game, other than just, you know, a halfback dive. Like, obviously, you know, every coach has their version of a dive where they give it to the back in the middle of the field, but I mean, you look at some of the counters he runs, some of the power he runs, some of the options. It's much different than what Jimbo did, which was just I formation. Oh, read option with, you know, in a 10 personnel. Like, wow, really creative, Jimbo. No, you look at Colin Klein's offense, not just the running plays, but also the, not just the handoffs, but the options, RPOs. They're much more elaborate concepts, and they're much more, you know, complex plays that, you know, it's not a vanilla offense, which I really appreciate. I mean, it sounds like I'm hyping up like something that's already been around for a while, but considering what we've had lately, like this really is revolutionary stuff. Oh my gosh, Des Ricks gets picks, and that one's a house call. Unless this kid can catch up to us, he can't. That kid can't either. Oh, he can't either. Oh, Eli Holstein, yeah, you can't catch us. Boy, pick 6 on your head, boy. I hope Des Ricks does this in real life. I mean, he's so talented. Redshirt freshman from Alabama.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be.
And now we go into half with a massive lead.
And you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second.
I don't know how we're not ranked 1 over Oregon. I don't know who they lost to, but I haven't lost to nobody, so
and he'll just
give me my crown.
This drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this position.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense.
Zone blitz is one of my favorite things to do in this game. Most people, when they see zone, assume it's going to be a vanilla coverage without any extra blitzers.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively,
you know what I mean?
I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards off to the couch.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Makes his connection. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Got a man. It's Sampson. On the move at the 30.
Dang, bro.
The defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
My mic just died, so I'm just going to send that in the game and then end the stream.
You know what's great about rivalry games?
Thanks, you guys, for coming out here watching. Subscribe to the 12th Take on Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube. And be sure to follow East Coast Gridiron on YouTube as well. We got some fire content over there. So, yeah, man. Thanks for pulling by, if you did. And I'll catch you guys later.
something